got done moisturizing my face. Feels hydrated and moist. So I'm going to get into this face beat. I'm not beating my face. I'm just going to do my everyday... Oh, my hands feel sticky. I'm going to do my everyday makeup look because I don't have anywhere to go really, and I don't have big plans for the day. I just want to go to town and get a few things so that I can continue unpacking and moving into my new place. I need to find a screwdriver. I've become quite the DIY diva since I moved here, so there's a screwdriver that I need. I could have just called a plumber, I guess, to help with installing my washing machine, but I just had a bad experience of someone coming in and providing a service, then deciding to be a creep. So I'm just like, ugh, I'll do it myself. Ooh, I'm not doing it. Sorry. Okay. That's not what we're here for today. Okay, I'm just gonna start by doing my eyebrows. I don't get my eyebrows done regularly, as you can tell, and I mean, I don't have sparse eyebrows, but they're not the fullest either. They're just full in areas and sparse in areas, so I just work with what I've got. This is what I think it's been 2 months, maybe 2 months since I've gotten my eyebrows professionally done. And what did I get done? I think I got them threaded, yeah. So we're 2 months into a threading job, and this is how they look. Okay, this is finished. Using this Revolution makeup. Okay, I'm using this pencil thing, and I find that my brows always look the best when I start with, okay, you all know that there's a brow that you do and it comes out perfect, and the brow then that doesn't work out so much. So I always try and start with the brow that is a bit more challenging, and then I find that the other, they look more natural and more... Okay, let me look there. Sorry if this is a bit weird, and my hand isn't steady, so but anyway, it's 2020, we move. You island got 2020. Ugh, they're so I'm really happy to be here in this new year, in this new decade, and in this place in my life where I am no longer just sitting back and moping about challenges that I'm facing and oh, my life's not perfect, and just taking stock of everything. And I've committed to working towards being a better me in many different ways. And the first part of that is just assessing where I am. Okay, these look really dark. And yeah, I think this is actually how I just do my brows, so I'm not doing a tutorial, I'm just doing my makeup. If I look crazy, then I look crazy. It's teeny. Just assessing where I am and working towards being in a better place. The last 2 or 3 years of the 2010s were a bit tricky for me. I went through a lot of disappointments, a lot of uncomfortable times, just so many changes. And yeah, those years were very difficult for me. I mean, a lot of wonderful things happened and I've had like really happy moments, but the general feel of that time was just like difficulty. I'm a person who struggles to cope when I can't control. I'm a control freak. So when I can't control my circumstances, I spaz out. And yeah, I just went through the most. Just in my personal life, I think on the outside or objectively, I could say that they weren't bad, but internally in my like inner world, I was going through the most. And again, objectively, I'm in a very good place now, but it's important for me to align my subjective view of my life with my objective view. It's no good doing well objectively and saying, okay, well, I've got this going, I've got that going, if you're not connecting, if that doesn't like connect with how you feel about what's happening in your life. So if you don't feel successful, you don't feel happy, but outwardly or other people say that you are, it doesn't make sense. So I'm just trying to get to a place where I feel good about everything that's happening in my life, where I feel stable emotionally, mentally. Yeah, I don't really want to like talk too much about, okay, that's kind of like what I need to talk about, mental health. But just a small little disclaimer, I think we all have a responsibility to talk about mental health. If you have a mind, then mental health affects you. So that it affects all of us. So whether you have a mental condition or not, mental health affects you, and it's important to keep your mind healthy and to keep your emotional well-being a priority. And I find that that's new knowledge for me, because I've always just been like really strong, really mentally fit. I've been through things in life, but I've always just pushed through, and I've always just like been happy, you know, but that's not a realistic thing. And I'm finding that now, after that period where things were really shaky, I'm seeing that if I was more aware of myself and how things could have been affecting me mentally, I wouldn't have come to a place where I was breaking down. So now I'm just like trying to be more active, more proactive, asking myself difficult questions more often, so that I don't have periods where I'm just like not checking in on myself, and then I fuck out. And I don't mean that literally, sorry, that I was a bit insensitive.